Let's jump right into this explainer on crafting the absolute perfect crispy Thai basil omelet. We're literally taking a super basic, everyday dish and turning it into a total culinary masterpiece. So, are you completely tired of greasy, oil-logged omelets? Because honestly, we've all been there. You know that culinary frustration of cooking an omelet that just acts like a giant sponge, soaking up literally every drop of grease in the pan? You just wanted a quick meal, right? And you end up with this heavy, soggy disappointment? Well, today we are fixing that for good.
First, let's briefly look at this perfect comfort food. It really is an absolute kitchen classic.
Moving right along to preparing the basil, because getting these first steps right is crucial.
Okay, so the whole journey to this perfect omelet starts with our star ingredient. First things first, wash that basil thoroughly. Second, and I really can't stress this enough, drain it until it is completely bone dry. Seriously, any leftover water is going to cause massive, dangerous oil splatters later on when it hits the heat. And finally, you just want to cut the larger leaves into sections.
Now take a look at the specific technique here. We're cutting the basil into small sections, right? We are definitely not mincing it down into a paste. And here's why. Cutting it like this perfectly bruises the leaves. This bruising action releases all that incredible sweet aroma without totally destroying the structural integrity of the leaf itself. So you get maximum flavor, and as a bonus, you don't turn your eggs green.
Next up, it's all about getting those proportions right, because balance is key here. If you've got a really generous pile of fresh basil, 3 eggs just are not going to cut it. You really need to bump that up to 4 eggs to hit that perfect ratio. Then, just season it simply with a little splash of fish sauce and give the whole shebang a really good whisk.
All right, let's get into the temperature secret, which is all about mastering the oil.
So, it is time to bust a massive kitchen myth. A lot of folks out there think you need violently smoking hot oil to get those crispy edges, but honestly, smoking hot oil is just going to give you a greasy, burnt mess on the outside while the inside stays totally raw. No thanks. The actual secret is using a good, generous amount of oil, but only heating it over a gentle, medium heat. It's a total game changer.
You might be wondering, how do you actually know when it's just hot? Well, before your egg mixture even gets near the pan, just hover your hand a few inches above the oil. You're just feeling for a gentle, steady heat radiating upward. You are absolutely not looking for smoke or any crazy, aggressive bubbling. Once you feel that nice, gentle warmth, you're good to go.
Now that our oil is ready, let's move on to frying to perfection. This is where technique really meets patience.
Go ahead and pour your egg and basil mixture right into that gently heated oil. Now, here's a really brilliant little trick for you. Actively push the raw center of the egg outward toward the edges while it's starting to set. This makes sure everything cooks incredibly evenly. Then just let it fry patiently on medium-low heat. Seriously, try not to mess with it. Only flip it once the bottom is fully set and it's smelling absolutely amazing.
There's a golden rule for this whole method. You have to use a patient frying method. And please, don't worry about the egg absorbing all the oil. I know, it feels completely counterintuitive to cook an omelet slowly in a pool of oil, right? You might start panicking, thinking it's soaking it all up like a sponge. But trust the process. Maintaining that steady, medium-low temperature is the exact thing that prevents the grease from soaking in.
Okay, let's check out the results. That crispy, oil-free finish.
By keeping that heat at a steady medium-low, you are rewarded with an absolute masterpiece. You get this stunning, beautiful golden yellow color, the inside stays wonderfully fluffy, and those edges, they get that deeply satisfying crunch. Plus, because we took the time to properly bruise our basil earlier, the aroma filling your kitchen right now is just going to be unbelievable.
But wait, here is the real magic trick, the visual proof. When you lift that omelet out of the pan, just look at the oil left behind. The volume of oil still sitting in the pan is nearly identical to what you started with. It's almost mind-blowing. You have a perfectly crisp, deeply flavorful egg that has absorbed practically zero grease.
To really do this masterpiece justice, you absolutely have to serve it immediately over a steaming hot plate of rice. And definitely add a side of classic chili fish sauce, non-plaprique, to give it that perfect, savory, spicy kick that just cuts right through the richness of the egg. It's so good.
So, now that you know the real secrets, that gentle temperature control and exactly how to bruise your basil for maximum flavor, are you ready to upgrade your next quick meal and finally leave the grease behind? Give this method a try and honestly ask yourself, will you ever settle for a soggy, ordinary omelet again? I highly doubt it.